Welcome back. You're watching Citizen Debates. Remember, you can message in 22422 is the SMS line, and the hashtag is Citizen Debates. And just to let our gubernatorial candidates know that for the next section, we'll be giving them 2 minutes to respond to our question.
Na bila shaka na sasa tunataka kuzamia siasa na tunataka kuanza na seneta wa sasa wa Kiambu Kimani wa Matangi. Kuna hizi ahadi zote ambazo unazotoa, umetuonyesha manifesto yako, bila shaka tutaisoma baadaye, lakini hizi ahadi zako zinawiana na ahadi zinazotolewa na mgombeaji urais unayemuunga mkono?
Asante. Thank you. Can I take that question, but allow me to finish with what I had said earlier on ECD. I'll keep my time, 2 minutes.
2 minutes.
Yeah, sure. No, and that was on ECD. That's a subject I'm passionate about, the education of our young people. And first to highlight that if we get it wrong on ECD, we don't get it right in our education system, because that's a foundation. In Kiambu currently, we have about a 14% failure of intake of young people in ECD. What would I do, and what have I proposed in my manifesto? It is important for my people to know that I propose that because majority of most of the ECD classes are private, that it is the responsibility of the county government to adapt those classes, make them part of the county government system, facilitate them. Then you can have 100% transition of our young people, and then subsequently roll out that 100% transition to the other levels in Class 8, in Form 4 and onwards. That is the only way you can ensure that everybody is educated. To that question, is my manifesto here in alignment with the bottom-up approach, with the UDA party's manifesto policies? My answer is 100% yes. Inside this manifesto, I have made a raft of proposals. For example, as I said earlier, I have proposed here that once we form the Kiambu People's Bank, one of the things we are doing is setting aside a 1 billion Hustlers Fund. What we are doing here is also setting aside funds that will allow business people to access fully subsidized credit facilities, whereby we will be charging interest at not more than 4%. Here we have proposed in this manifesto that we are going to be having universal healthcare is one of our main targets. We're also going to be ensuring that we turn our markets into agro-processing zones, whereby we guarantee our farmers with guaranteed minimum returns, that indeed the county can incentivize farming, that we can subsidize the cost of farming to ensure that there is value and there is profitability.
Yeah. And your time is up.
Finally, to ensure that our young people get jobs when we build that kind of economy. So we're in alignment with
Thank you very much. First, Governor Kabogo, let me allow you to also respond to this question. How do your promises and pledges tie in with the presidential candidate or candidates that you are supporting?
Believe you me, I do not have a manifesto of any presidential candidate as we speak. So I will be dealing with my manifesto, which is just to improve the lives of the people of Kiambu and make it easy to survive. And this can only be done not by opening a bank. You know, to start a bank today, Higa, you need 2.5 billion shillings, a requirement of a fixed fund.
Okay.
Government will not be able to do those things, but you can enter into some cooperation with a bank like we did.
Yes.
Bank.
I'm sorry, your first statement has actually caught me off guard. I've seen you on Kenya Kwanza campaign trail. We do not have any sort of similarities with the manifesto
you must have seen me a while back. Things change.
Things
change.
Okay.
So
what's the current
right
status?
now I'm on my own and I'm doing quite fine. Thank you. So
okay, thank you for that.
So as we move forward, the issues that are at the county level are not much different but what is happening in the national arena. But you will understand that we are limited to 14 functions within which we can change the lives of our people. And this is why I said, if we can get into some cooperation with some bank, we do a guarantee fund that will be used as part of the loan portfolio and also as a guarantee that the bank, like what we had with Coop Bank, we put in 400 million shillings, they put in 800 million shillings, and we allowed them to do what it is that they know how to do best, banking. I mean, it would be very difficult for me to think that we can start a bank and the employees of the county start running a bank. So, indeed, the economy of Kiambu would be in our hands. All we need to do is become facilitators. But again, corruption is a key thing. And you know, if you Google corruption in Kenya, you will find police number 1, I don't know who number 2, number 3, the National Assembly, which includes the Senate. those committees that are responsible for doing things and making sure that things happen in the counties are committees where money is collected. And you even get people being called names, collectors, you know. We need to deal with these problems open-heartedly and focus on making Kenya a better country for all of us.
Okay, thank you.
Na bila shaka Mwende, wewe unasimama kama mgombea huru. Sijui kama kuna ule upande ambao unaegemea kwa mgombea urais, na pia kuna swala la kupiga suti ambalo bila shaka vyama mbalimbali vimekuwa vikishabikia. Je, wewe haya maswali mawili, moja, kama kuna ule upande unaegemea na kama manifesto yako inalandana na yale ambayo yule unamshabikia amesema, na pia kama ungependa wenyeji wa Kiambu waangazie kwingine wasipige suti.
Okay, just one correction. I actually belong to the Safina party. I'm running on the Safina party. Now, I'm not aligned to any presidential candidate because the issues of Kiambu are the issues of Kiambu. So even my manifesto, I have done my manifesto for Kiambu County, focusing on the issues of Kiambu County without, reference deferring to any presidential candidate. Whether I have any presidential candidate, as I campaign, I tell my people, what are the issues? What are the issues right now? The issues right now are putting food on the table, issues pertaining to the economy. Look for the presidential candidate that is talking about putting food on the table. Look for the presidential candidate that is talking about jobs for the youth. Look for that presidential candidate that is addressing the issues that you are having, you are experiencing on the ground. But leave it open for them to decide who that person is. Now, the second question. Sorry, I forgot the second question. Oh, the suit issue.
1 minute.
I don't believe in the suit issue, and I'll tell you why. Parties don't deliver anything. Parties don't work. It's a people who work. And we have learned. Kiambu has learned. One of we did the suit thing when we got that governor who was impeached. That's a big lesson. We must not repeat it again. So I tell my people of Kiambu, vote for the person who can deliver on the role, not the party. Thank you. Thank you very much.
And Honorable Wainaina, same question to you. Do your promises and pledges tie in with the presidential candidate you are supporting?
Let me make it very clear that Wainaina Wajango is actually, I call myself the king or the grandfather of independent candidates. And where I sit, I'm only garnering for my seat, governor seat. Let other people look for their votes like I am doing. And probably this is the chance to show you. This is my symbol. It's written Django Hapakazi 2. And that is where I stand. And I'll tell you what. These issues of party, they have taken us very, 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 very far back. And the issue has been that with the party politics, it has become an enterprise, really. A party has become an enterprise. It's a company like Django Nuts. You make money, make profit, move away. And that is why you find, even in those nominations, they don't care whether you use money or you lose money, provided they pick the people they want. If you look at my position now as independent, in fact, right now, even in Parliament, I get an upper hand. Why? Even when there is a bill that needs to be supported, the heads of the parties, they call me and they say, Django, we want you to support here. And if you want you to support here, I ask them, what is there for the weaker people? So here, I am coming here as your independent candidate, a governor candidate, and I can tell you, while the governor of Kiambu using the party, the boss of that gubernatorial candidate will be the party leader. He will be saying things and telling them
20
things.
seconds.
So basically what you're saying is, Kiambu people, it is me and you. I will be your governor independent, you'll be my boss. Karibu.
Naam, asante sana Bwana Wainaina, na tuko katika dakika za lala salama, na ningependa sote tuweze kupata muda wa kutoa kauli yako ya mwisho. Nikianza na wewe seneta wa Matangi, ni lipi ambacho hii leo ungependa kusema kwa wapiga kura wa Kiambu ambalo bila shaka litawaelekeza kwenye debe kukuchagua wewe?
And for the avoidance of doubt, you each have 1 minute.
Thank you. I'll say to the people of Kiambu that, as I've alluded in this debate, I have not only the exposure, the experience, and the know-how. I've watched over 10 years what has been happening to Kiambu County, and that's why I decided that I'm not going to ask for the vote of the people of Kiambu on an empty platform. That's why I came up with my manifesto, so that I can give the people of Kiambu an opportunity to first see what is it that I am proposing to do for the people of Kiambu, and I have covered all the areas that I believe the people of Kiambu will require to do what I said earlier. Hit the reset button.
20 seconds.
We started on the wrong footing. When we started on the wrong footing, subsequently all the other administrations that have come have continued on that wrong path. That's why today we have all the problems that I raised earlier. And so I believe with the support of the people of Kiambu and with the intent that we've got and this guideline, that is my manifesto, we're able to turn around Kiambu County back to the pride and honor that the people of Kiambu had the time.
Thank you very much. First Governor Kabogo.
Inaonekana mtambo wako unaenda vingine polepole saa zingine. Nataka niseme kwamba kwa wakaaji wa jimbo letu la Kiambu, ukitafuta experience, mimi ndio baba wa experience. Ukitaka kazi ifanywe, mimi ndio mtu nafanya kazi. Nimejaribiwa, nimefanya kazi kama mbunge miaka miwili, muhula miwili, nimefanya kazi governor kama muhula mmoja, na mimi ndio naelewa hii kazi vilivyo. Usiseme tu kama Kabogo, afadhali uweke kura yako mahali itakufanzia kazi. Na kazi ikifanywa sote tutakaa vizuri. Hakuna haja ya kujaribu kila mara. Na hii maneno ya suti muepukane nayo. Big brother control ndio kitu ya kuchunga. Katika article 6 inasema governments, maserikali yani nyingi 48 ziko tofauti, distinct. Kwa hivyo hii maneno ya suti inaweza kuleta maneno mengine, simu zinatoka Nairobi na kusema fanyeni hivi kama vile ilivyofanyika katika muhula wa pili. Asanteni. God bless you people of Kiambu.
Thank you.
Na Bi Mwende Gatabaki, kauli yako ya mwisho.
To my people of Kiambu, we have summarized the issues here. We have talked about lack of leadership, that there hasn't been any leadership for the last 10 years once we got devolution. We have seen that indeed, even managing of resources of Kiambu is a very big issue. Let me tell you something, and let's agree on something. You cannot have someone who's been there over the last 10 years telling you they're going to change. They cannot change. You know, leopards don't, they grow old, but they don't lose their spots. So the same corruption which has been there over the last 10 years is the same corruption that will continue for the next years if you bring someone else. So I'm asking you, and I'm humbly asking for you to give me this job, new blood, someone with leadership skills, someone who can manage your resources properly, someone who can eliminate corruption, and I'll do exactly that, and I'll deliver on the role that you give me. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Honorable Wainaina.
Watu wa Kiambu, wakaji wa Kiambu, tena nanyenyekea sana ni kwa kura yenu ya ugavana wa Kiambu County, na niseme hii kiti sio ya wanasiasa. Hawa wanasiasa hawana track record, ni maneno na manifesto kubwa kama mkoa. So nataka kusema hivi, ile ya muhimu sana kwanza ni kutoa ufisadi hapa Kiambu, completely eliminate corruption. Ya pili ni kusema kama huyu mtu hana track record, tafadhali achana na yeye. Na ya tatu na ya muhimu sana ni ile tunaita passion ya kazi. Mtu amepewa kazi alide Kiambu yetu, angalie waizi, lakini Kiambu imeporomoka, imeraruka kama gunia. Na saa hii ameishindwa na mlango, anataka tumuingize pale katikati. Nyumba itakaa namna gani? Ama ni Kiambu iuzwe Uganda?
Thank you very much. And that's where we're going to leave it. I want to take this moment, Mheshimiwa Kapombe, to first thank our candidates who've taken their time to be here with us. Asante sana for your time. We appreciate it.
Naam, bila shaka aliyekuwa gavana wa Kiambu, gavana wa kwanza William Kabogo kupitia chama cha Tujibebe wa Kenya, Mwende Gatabaki kupitia chama cha Safina, Patrick Wainaina almaarufu Jungle kupitia mgombea huru, na Kimani wa Matangi kupitia chama cha UDA. Asanteni sana kwa kuungana nasi na kwa kuweka wewe mtazamaji kwa kutuma jumbe na kuuliza maswali. Hadi wakati mwingine, nadhani pia tusije tukamsahau Francis Gashuri.
He's been working very well behind the scenes, our political editor, supporting us. And also, I think our audience should clap for themselves once again. They have followed this conversation, and we appreciate them for that. And these are voters, and they've listened in as the candidates spoke. We want to thank, and of course, we've been live on iNooro TV and Citizen TV as well. Remember, we do this every Sunday, so this is where you need to be. And even now, as we hand over to our team who will be taking us into Sunday Live, we have a special edition of Sunday Live starting today, and it's one you don't want to miss. I don't know, Mashima, if there are any further questions on 2242 or the hashtag Citizen Debates. If not, we will wrap it up.
Mwelekezi anasema hatuna muda. Jumbe ni nyingi lakini hatuna muda. Hadi Jumapili ijayo. na kutakia usiku mwema. Mimi ni Mashirima Kapombe.
Na mimi ni Wahiga Mwaura. We'll see you soon. Goodbye for now.